Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about what you can do to prep up for your first hard sparring. Maybe you've been at the gym for a couple months, maybe you've been there for a couple years and you're going, you know what? I want to challenge myself. I want to get to the point where I actually get in the ring or the cage or just out on the mats for some hard rounds. And I want to see how I do, but you're a little scared that you might not be ready or you're not prepped up correctly. Today, I'm going to take you through everything you need to know to make sure you are ready for these hard rounds. Look, in my opinion, it's as simple as this. If you are not a little bit scared about your first fight or your first hard spar where people are going to be actually trying to hit you for real, you don't really understand what's at stake. You don't really understand how scary and dangerous this could be. So if you have those concerns, absolutely normal, absolutely okay. And I just want you guys to know that, as always, this channel is here for your convenience so that you have all the knowledge you need to be as safe as possible. And if you're getting ready for a fight, get those wins. If you're getting ready for your first hard spar, get in and out safe and do the best you possibly can. Now, the first thing I want to mention before I get to my list of what you should be doing to prep up, hard sparring is not for somebody who's just starting off. If you are in your first month of training, you just started at the gym, maybe you've practiced at home a little bit, but you're finally at the gym and you're going, yeah, I want to do this. I want to get in and experience it. Don't do it. What can happen? What are all the things that can go wrong? I mean, I can just start listing off all the possible injuries that could occur. Take a beat, pause, stay safe, make sure that everything I check off on the list today, you have it down correctly, because I want everybody out there to stay safe and be healthy after their sparring and also after fights. The very first thing that you should be doing, in my opinion, after taking 2 months, 4 months, 6 months at the gym, is make sure you are repeatedly working the proper technique so it is ingrained in your brain, muscle memory. You might get in front of the mirror and be like, ooh, yeah, look at me go. And then all of a sudden you're gonna get in, you're gonna get tired in the hard sparring. You will not be prepared for how tiring it is. I can guarantee you that. And all of a sudden the technique, which looks really good, starts turning into that. And I've seen this so many times. So when you think your technique is good enough, remind yourself, yeah, it might look good right now, but I need to repeat it over and over and over so it's ingrained in there. You almost feel wrong doing anything other than closest you can to the perfect technique. Anything else feels wrong and you'll never do it because it's just muscle memory ingrained. And I want to take a quick pause in between points here to thank the sponsor of this episode, By Optimizers. They have been supporting this channel now for a long time, and they have been supporting my fight career. The two products that I am absolutely loving right now, and they have a whole enormous amount of products, but these are the ones that I want to give a shout out to: Magnesium Breakthrough and Sleep Breakthrough. This one and this one, they both help with my sleep. The magnesium in particular, that is helping me with my recovery. And I gotta say, it's wild how much better I'm feeling since I started taking this a little over a year ago. You can head over to magnesiumbreakthrough.com/Gabriel or sleepbreakthrough.com/Gabriel. Both links will be down below, and you can pick yourself up some fantastic supplements to keep your health on point and improve your performance in the gym. The next thing I would want you doing is practicing your footwork. Very often we stand stationary or our footwork is very limited. It's just kind of step in, throw some shots, maybe the pad holder moves, you just kind of turn, and it's not replicating what you actually want to do in your first hard spar. You want to make sure that if you feel a little overwhelmed, which could very well happen the first time you get clipped hard, you go, oh, okay, I can move. I can actually get that footwork happening. But it's not gonna happen if you don't practice it. How can you go about doing this? You could do some mirror exercises with a partner. So I have you standing there and I stand here and I move this way and then you follow. I move this way. Wherever I go, you go. And you just get used to mirroring somebody. This is gonna help with a number of things depth perception, your agility, just all sorts of things. But really, we just want to make sure that you are comfortable with footwork. The next thing I would ask of you is make sure you believe in your defense. Yes, you might feel like that offense is on point, but as soon as somebody starts throwing at you and you get clipped, you might start reaching or closing your eyes and blinking. Really, really believe that you can take these shots, have people put you up against a wall and stand your ground for 60 seconds. 2 minutes even, and just have them throw kicks, punches, knees at you and see if you feel comfortable. If you're doing the blink every time there's shots coming, you're not ready for your first hard spar. Slow things down defensively, feel solid, and then when you get into sparring, when you realize, oh, it's not just offense. Half of it's offense and half of it is defense. You will really, really appreciate that I told you to slow down and work on that defense. Now, once you have all those 3 things down, what you can start doing is work combo for combo with your partner. This is almost like simulated sparring, but with set rules. So maybe I say to my partner, you throw 3 shots at me, and I'll throw 3 shots back at you. In between, we can use that footwork, which we've already talked about. I throw my 3-piece combo, they block, I move out. I wait for them to come to me. Once they're done, I can move out, I can move around. What we're doing here is we're working our offense, 3 attacks, then we do our footwork, and then they throw at us, and we get our defense. And although this is not open sparring, this is what sort of we call 3-step sparring because we're doing 3 techniques. If we went 1 for 1, 1-step sparring, 5-step sparring, you get the idea. And it's basically keeping you safe because you know as soon as the guy starts throwing, he's only throwing 3 techniques. So you have that confidence in what is coming in terms of numbers. This combo for combo work is a great way to go from drilling where you're comfortable to drilling where you're going to be slightly uncomfortable. And it's that step that you need before getting in for the hard rounds, because you might jump in and go, ooh, I don't like this. Like I jump in 1, 2, 3, and then the guy throws back at me his 3. And I'm going, ooh, no, I don't want to do this yet. I don't want this to be open. So this is a great gauge for how ready you are for those actual hard rounds in the gym. Now, the next thing that I want to talk about, which is going to be missed by so many people, is get used to 16-ounce gloves, get used to a mouth guard, and if you're going to use it, get used to headgear. Many people don't train with those. They'll do 10-ounce gloves, no mouth guard, and why would you put a headgear on when you're doing bag work or pad work? But let me tell you, when I started prepping up for the one and only fight that I had with headgear out of my whole 45 fights, I trained with headgear all the time. So I would get used to the lack of vision, the extra heat, how my head is bigger because the extra padding, you can get hit easier with it on. I trained with 16-ounce gloves so many years to build up my shoulder conditioning, and I keep my mouth guard in very often when I do pad rounds, because if you're not used to it, it can almost feel like you're choking on something in there. So putting these 3 things in occasionally and getting used to them, so it's not you getting in the ring for your first hard spar and going, oh, I'm choking on this mouth guard, or my mouth is so dry, or oh, I couldn't see because of the headgear, so I got hit too much, or oh, these 16-ounce gloves weigh so much more than the 10s and my shoulders fatigue. No excuses. Prep up properly. And the final thing which I would want you doing is making sure your body is conditioned. Arms, legs, if you're getting kicked down there, stomach, you've taken body shots, get yourself strong. Don't get in there and get hit for the first time and go, oh, shoot, I wasn't ready for that. If you're getting in for hard sparring, you should prep up your body beforehand so that when you do get hit, you go, oh, okay, I had some experience in that before. You don't want to get in and get the wind knocked out of you because you've never been hit in the stomach hard before. Prep up the body, condition it. No, we cannot condition the head. You can't do anything like that. Sure, you could do some neck exercises. I already have videos on how you can follow along. Strengthen the neck, which will help you when you see a shot coming, which you can't block. It'll help you stop your head from snapping backwards because those muscles are a little stronger. Yeah, but you can condition from here down just with partner coming up and just giving you some shots. Just a boom, and you're going, oh, huh, huh. Or sometimes they come in and they give you a bunch. And this is gonna help a lot. So everything I listed today, should be of great assistance if you're prepping up for that first hard sparring round, or even if you're prepping up for your first fight. There might even be points in here which you hadn't thought of before, which will assist you in your victory. And guys, remember, this channel, I try to bring you as much information as I can. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort. I'm only going to give you the very best in terms of products I believe in. Bioptimizers supports this channel, which allows me to give you guys content. If you want to support the channel and you want to get your health on point, head over, grab the sleep breakthrough or the magnesium breakthrough or both, and just get that body health up higher. I appreciate it, Bioptimizers appreciates it, and you will appreciate it too, because your body is just going to thank you. If you enjoyed today's episode, please give it a like. If you haven't already, join the channel, get subscribed. As always, guys, train hard. I will see you back here soon for another episode.